everybody, it's Kenny K here again with another review with my black cat Sam, who's now washing himself. Um, Maybe that's saying I stink like shit. Who knows? um, the Moonstalker. I know not the Moonraker from James Bond, but the Moonstalker, a slasher movie from 1989. Gets a 4.7 on IMDb. I'm willing to give it a little bit more leeway and give it a 5. The reason being is that the movie is directed by Michael S. O'Rourke, never heard of him again. And the killer's name is Blake Gibbons, never heard of him, never don't know the actor, but he plays Bernie, the killer. Now, so they do. So, this spoiler. It's gonna be a spoiler review, but the problem is it immediately starts with like 4 kills. Yeah, mostly off screen. A few you see, mostly off screen. So I'll tell you that and then the story. So what happens is a camper is on a camping site, and they're having a little vacay on that area, and another camping site. A weird guy, an ugly guy named Pops. He calls himself Pop of Pops, or I'm not. He says, "I thought I was supposed to be here. Oh, okay, I'll go. I'll go there. I'll go to stand there. Then you don't have any problems, okay?" And apparently, he has a son chained up, and he has a straitjacket on. But he came from the mental ward, and I think he helped him escape. I'm not sure, but he also has this like a sackhead. It's you can compare it to Sackhead Jason with a you know with the restraints and then and then chains around his body. It kind of looks cool, but the mask is not as cool. The Jason mask was simple but effective. This one is, although not bad, it's like a round. It looks more like a moon or a round pumpkin, and it has these more eyes like these square eyes than and on the mouth. So that looked cool, and that looked cool. And then what he actually does is he kills for Bernie. He kills for Pop. He goes there. He kills for Pop. He kills everybody in the camper, and then he goes and loot the camper, the money, everything that's valuable, things like that. Of course, something weird happens. Pop gets a heart attack. Some say he died by fright. I don't understand that. Because if he is being in the racket of killing people, I mean, he's not killing the people, but his son is, then I don't think he's gonna die of fright. I either think he's gonna die maybe from a heart attack. He was an older man. And then you have this Jeep that comes along with this Marlboro cigarette pack man, white cowboy hat, sunglasses when it's winter, dark, this plated shirt, cowboy boots, and he sees the guy he sees Bernie and he says, "Hey, don't you do you know the ground to the campsite, man?" And chewy tobacco, and he's like, and Bernie of course kills him. Now, what happens next is such a stupid decision of the movie, and that's why I gave it a 0.3 more score because of the outfit, the outfit, you know, and it was a interesting idea that a mom dad son team, a completely deranged son kills everybody who he likes to do what he likes to do, and he just steals everything. It was an interesting idea, but then what he so there are these counselors, um, and way up in the distance there's this campsite with tents, and this campsite is meant for counselors to be camp counselors, like, like Camp Crystal Lake, these kind of counselors, right? And he comes along with his jeep. He almost runs one of the two guys over, and he's like, and it just drives, and it just drives. So they think, okay, that would be our last one. Okay, because he had the tail plate, number plate of the car was correct. Okay, that's gonna be our last one. We can close down. And yeah, it's stupid. He looks stupid. The killer. He has this cowboy, this giant white cowboy hat on, with a with sunglasses when it's pitch dark. And I'm not sure. I know people wear sunglasses when they go skiing, but that's because it's bad for the reflection of the sun against the white snow towards your eyes. You can burn your eyes. Now, but at night, no moonlight. You know what I mean? Now, this is gonna be spoilers for the people who wanna see this movie. I recommend it, one time watch, especially if you're a slasher fan. It's one of those slashers, those last era. Because I keep saying, yesterday I was watching Valentine with Denise Richards and a few other babes, and I've got to say, I just can't. It's not the same. It's so. I'm gonna review that movie, but although they're well directed, like Urban Legends, Scream, all those movies, but there's something about them in combination with the 80s and even with 70s slasher movies. Something that's not there. Something that those movies have. More griminess, more atmosphere, more tension, more, I don't know, the acting by some was really good, by some was cheesy, but that made it kind of look good. I mean, yeah, I'll never really be able to explain it, but okay. So, the camp leaders are this uh, this bunch of Marcy and Regis. Now, Regis is this outdoorsman. He has this bandana around his head, and he's like, oh, 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 standing there. when he's wanting to give a speech to the group. Oh, I'm one missing. Who it is? Who is that? That's of course our killer. He's not there. He's there, but not there on the bonfire. Everybody who finishes his class gets an AOC certificate, so you can be obliged to work in every camp in the entire United States of America. Every fucking camp of the United States of fucking Canada. But I'm not just gonna give it to you, piece of shits. You heard that? His wife is completely she she's almost fingering herself. She's going to the cabin. She says, "Can you come, Reggie?" No, I still have to do my patrol around the camp. Okay, if you come, don't wait too long. She undresses herself. She has these panties of a leopard skin, a leopard bra. She war paint. Then she takes a whip and she slashes herself. Oh, Reggie, and then, and then she's hiding for. So at some point, the killer kills her, and she's like, "Oh, you want?" But because she thinks it's Reggie role playing, you want to fight me? Come on! Hack the two legs off. She's like, ah! And Reggie comes in. Regis comes in, and he finds his wife dead, and he's like, whoa, because he was looking for his wife. He was like, whoa, where are you? Whoa, you hold some whipping from me. Whoa, oh my god! And he takes his gun. Bernie, hacks it off. He mainly uses an axe, and he kills Regis. Uh, Everybody of that camp is fucking. Everybody in the camp is fucking. Even the who you would think, oh no, he's too geeky to fuck. Yeah, he's gonna fuck. And everybody who fucks, they die. There is only one girl who also fucks that doesn't die, and that's Tracy. And but she does these weird. Okay, so what happens is she is followed by the killer, and she locks herself up in a cabin, right? And apparently that was his and his pop's cabin. He locks herself in there in another area of the little house, and the police already found the dead bodies from the camper. So they say, okay, there is this guy who, this weird detective. I think he doesn't work for them anymore, but he worked for 20 precincts as a damn good patrol detective, and he's like, oh, I'm gonna find him. Oh, oh. And his hair is like Beetlejuice, and oh, his facial expressions. And then when he finds him, I'm really not sure what he does. I'm not sure what he does. I don't even think he has a gun. I think he gets axed, but a lot of kills are off screen. So you've got a little bit of gore, but a lot of off screen gore, and a lot of kills that you don't see in the aftermath. So that's also. But then what happens is, okay, so the killer starts to hack away at the door where Tracy, the final girl, is hiding, right? And what's happening, instead of saying hello police, So she sees somebody coming out, but all these cops were they all wear the goddamn same outfit as a fucking killer. Sunglasses with a giant white cowboy head, and that's it. So she immediately thinks, and instead of saying police, ma'am, sheriff's, ma'am, and she chops off her head. Boom. Oh no! She opens the door. Bernie, the killer, is lying there. I think she shot him, but I didn't. But you don't hear a shot going off, so I think she pelted him with a stick or something, and then, but he was hit by something because when he follows her, he's like, he's like hurt in the leg, and you can see it that he's limping, and and then the funny part is, so she finds a cop car. The cop car, was probably the female sheriff it was. She finds, okay. She takes a shotgun, then and then through the window, through the rear window, another guy, same stupid hat, same stupid glasses, looks through the window. They're all like shaven. They all are like these, you know, ass chins, ass chins, and then this white chin with it. They all have the same look. What does she do? She blows the guy's head off. Who is that guy? The sheriff. Boom. Okay. Okay. So the movie ends. The movie ends. She's one of the two survivors, and I don't know who that second survivor was. I really don't. Um, and what happens is the police is driving away from the crime scene, and you see old Reggie in his big white hat with the same old goddamn sunglasses doing this in a cop car because he doesn't need to. He looks like the sheriff, and the movie ends. So what the likes? I liked some of the kills. They're super funny. The way of these bad acting, so bad that it's good acting. I liked, like I said, the original. Let's call them the moonstalkers outfit with that pumpkin head bag, and but they went with this Marlboro dude that like constantly is there's like, you know, chewing tobacco. I mean, yeah, I really just did not. He didn't came over as dangerous. He came over as silly, really silly. But okay. Um, but because it's one of the last, I'm gonna. I can't give it a 4.5. It's definitely worth a 4.5. Like I said, there are a few fun kills, a few fun characters in there. So I'm gonna be gracious and give it a 5. Take a look see. Who knows? You may like it. Subscribe. It's free. See you next time. I hope you have a nice day. Bye. And a nice Easter. Bye.